What's up everyone, it's your pal, NintendoNovice, and yes, it has been quite some time, hasn't it? And there's been reasons for my absence, but that's not important right now. We'll get to that at the end of the video. Wink wink, watch till the end. But for now, what I'm going to attempt to do is beat the original Super Mario Bros. While trying to convince you to be a good person and simultaneously potentially doing a really bad job at it. So, let's give this a shot, shall we? When we talk about the idea of being a good person, a lot of people have a lot of ideas. Like, for example, are you the sum of all of your actions in life? Are you good just because, say, you did 10 good things in your life and 5 bad things? Or are you bad just because you did 11 bad things and 10 good things?
What is straight? What is gay? It's all a big sliding spectrum, isn't it?
It's kind of hard to say. How do you really measure a good action versus a bad action? What makes an action good? What makes an action bad? Even if you do bad things and you intended to do good, are you still good or are you bad? It's all really confusing. Or if you ask a religious person, maybe you were always bad, and it was only by offering your heart up to a greater deity that you were able to cleanse your soul and gain righteousness and ascend to the heavens. And also be a good person. But yeah, it's kind of a confusing topic. But people are obsessed with this. People are like, oh, does this person think I'm good? Am I a good person? Then people have guilty consciences. And it gets down to the point of just morality in general. Everyone has a sense of morality, and it's important too, because morality is the guidebook for which we direct all of our actions in life. Like, for example, is it good to feed my cat in the morning? Is it good to kiss my mom and tell her I love her? Is it good to go rob a bank? Is it good to tell the fat kid in school that he's fat and maybe a little ugly? You could still share your lunch with him. Might make him fatter, but still, is that a good thing to do or is that a bad thing to do? It's kind of up for you to decide at the end of the day, but they're interesting things to think about. But if you ask me, I personally think that there aren't really good or bad people at the end of the day. I think people take good actions, I think people take bad actions, and everyone is capable of great goodness and great evil at the end of the day. Which is kind of unsettling, but at the same time kind of awesome too, because it gives you hope that maybe bad people could eventually become good, but it also shows that maybe good people can become corrupted enough to do really horrible things. Say, you could apply the law of thermodynamics from physics into this as well, like the law that says, oh, you know, an object that stays in motion is likely to continue staying in motion. An object that is at rest is likely to remain at rest. And you could say people who do good actions are likely to continue doing good actions. People who do bad actions are likely to continue doing bad actions. And I think there is validity to that. But there is that luck factor in life, that, you know, that unaccounted variable where people can just go like crazy or haywire. Like, look at Phineas Gage. He got a metal rod like jammed in his head, and then he became like this unruly, horrible man that harassed nurses in the hospital. Look up the story of Phineas Gage if you don't know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you think I'm probably just spouting nonsense. I'll probably put a little summary on the screen as well, really quick. But yeah, it's something really interesting to think about, and I just beat Bowser. Thank goodness. I was very nervous that I was going to die in the first world, and I would have been very disappointed with myself. But I'm now very proud of myself. See, I'm a good person because I beat World 1 in Super Mario Bros. But I digress. I also do want to touch upon the topic of perceived goodness versus actual goodness. I do think that morality in of itself is somewhat of a subjective thing. I mean, you know, obviously more religious-minded people would argue that morality is objective, and you kind of have to conform to these set of moral principles guided by, you know, a specific book or a specific teaching. But oftentimes, you know, morality and things change, even when it comes to religion. You know, religious people wouldn't like to acknowledge this, but churches change their stance on things, and people interpret, you know, writings and scripture differently as time goes on. And it's just interesting to see the mass consciousness always change their mind and their standards for what is acceptable, what is not acceptable for people to do. It's such a really fascinating phenomenon that really catches my eye. But at the end of the day, we do have to make this decision for ourselves. And, I have to make this decision too. So, oh man, this might be a controversial take, because sharing your opinion on the internet nowadays is like asking for a death wish. But you know what? I think being a good person comes down to desiring good for people. I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. And that covers a lot of ground, because say you desire good for someone, but maybe you accidentally mess up and your foot was out by accident. You were standing really weird and they walked by you, and you God forbid, you accidentally tripped this person and then they're crippled for life. That's kind of a bad thing to happen, but in your heart, that was an accident. You didn't intend for that person to get tripped by you and you to cripple them and their aspiring goal of becoming a world-renowned pianist. You really didn't intend that for their life, but that's just unfortunately what ended up happening. I still would consider you good within that situation, and only you would know that you are good within your heart. Other people might think you really just hated the piano and really wanted that person to suffer. Who knows? But in your heart, you know that you are good. Which also brings up the topic of perceived goodness versus actual goodness. It's so fascinating to think that you could go your entire life with an image of yourself that is completely contrary to the image that many people have of you, around you. Oh man, it's kind of a controversial one, but this is the one that everyone likes to point to when people talk about controversial moral topics. I mean, I'm sure if you asked Hitler if he thought he was a good person, I'm sure he'd say that he thought he was a good person, but as you and I know, Hitler was not a good person. So let's say, I have this idea of morality, desiring good for everyone, and, obviously not bound by any sort of prejudice. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I died there. That's crazy. Those freaking cheap. Get them out of my face. Oh, I'm gonna die again. Okay, let's get back to the idea of desiring good for everyone. People might see that in different ways. They might see that as, hoping that everyone's desires are met, everyone's happy, yada yada yada. And holy mother of pearl, why is this harder than I remember it? Why is this freaking harder than I remember it? Oh my gosh. Yes, desiring good for everyone. That's where I was. That's what I was talking about. Sometimes you might think a person is not a good person, and you think that the best thing for them is growth, but they might not desire that for their own lives. What do you value in that situation? Do you value their, autonomy as a person to, continue doing bad things? Do you intervene? Is that good for them? Is that good for everyone else? Then it gets into the idea of, does one person's desire rule out other people's desire? So it gets really complex. But overall, my argument is based in this general idea of altruism, where you try to maximize the best outcomes in life for everyone within your limited scope of understanding of this reality. Because obviously there's always going to be ignorance, and you're always going to think maybe something's good when it's not actually good. But if you continue trying to educate yourself, and there are studies that more educated societies reduce crime, which makes total sense to me. But if you continue trying to educate yourself in learning of, what actually leads to good outcomes with other people, what actually, makes people happy, what actually makes for a more prosperous society, you could begin to, start treating people better and start trying to do things that prioritize the goodness for yourself and the goodness for other people. But one thing I do gotta warn you about is this is a very difficult task. I'm not gonna act like it's a very easy task. And again, this is what I deem good morally. You could just have a completely different parameter of what you deem good morally, which is completely fine. But to undergo such a task is a very difficult one, and you can't expect other people to understand this task. In fact, a lot of people will probably not even acknowledge that you're a good person. But you know what? I think that's okay. And you know why I think that's okay? I think it's okay because if you're doing it to get some sort of social favor or social status, you're not doing it just because you actually desire good for people. You're doing it for your own self-gain, which at the end of the day turns into egoism, which is prioritizing your own needs over the needs of everyone around you. So at the end of the day, you're actually not that good of a person. And honestly, if you wanted to use being a good person to get ahead in society, I think that's a really horrible strategy, because let me just ask you, how many successful people in society, celebrities or people who are really famous, people who have lots of money, are actually good, wholesome Joes who could do no wrong? You could find dirt on pretty much any successful person. And you might have your figures like MLK or Gandhi and things like that. But I'm sure if you dig into anything, if you dig enough, you could find something that Gandhi said or MLK said. In fact, I might put something up on the screen that might warp your perspective of these great monumental figures. Or Jesus, But, that gets into religion. That's very controversial. But I think you get the point that I'm trying to say. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I perfectly fit this grand moral standard for myself. Because, sometimes I get confused, and sometimes I have, certain, selfish urges or whatever. But I also do think that part of this journey towards discovering what is good and what is bad for yourself is also becoming better aligned with yourself morally as well. Because say you try to convince yourself that you think it's good for you to do this, but then you really don't feel like it. There's this big clash within yourself of your feelings versus your actions. And then you have to ask yourself, is there this point where philosophy and feelings are at peace? And I think there is. I think there's a point where you can connect with yourself enough spiritually, emotionally, whatever you want to call it, where your sense of morality and your sense of, urges or, feelings as a person can coexist. And oh my gosh, let me hurry up and get out. Oh my gosh, don't, no. Oh my, okay, I thank goodness I passed World 3 there. I was getting really nervous that, Bowser was going to jump and his horn was going to, stick up my butt or something. And I was just I was going to scream out in agony, and I was never going to save the princess. So I'm trying not to curse here. Please, YouTube algorithm, have grace upon me. I know I said Hitler's name, but please have as much mercy and grace as you can. See? Grace. I can be good for you, YouTube algorithm. See, YouTube has its own sense of morality too. Might not align with my sense of morality, but YouTube definitely thinks that saying I can't say it. I can't say fuck. I said it. Fuck. I said it. Saying fuck is bad. But you can say it a few times, maybe in the middle of the video, but just not at the beginning. So YouTube's sense of being a good person is not saying fuck at the intro of the video. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. But what I'm trying to say is, if you do embark on this task of wanting to do good deeds for other people, as well as taking care of yourself, you can't expect people to always acknowledge that. People get awards, people get acknowledged for things all the time, but it's not always deserved, and it shouldn't be expected. And at the end of the day, if you're trying to do good things just to be recognized, you're in for a world of disappointment, because unfortunately, this world doesn't really like good people all the time. You might find friends, you might find people that align with you that really do appreciate your good intentions and goodwill towards them. Sure, but a lot of people, it just simply goes taken for granted. And, that's just kind of how it is at the end of the day. I still think it's very valuable to always try to better yourself, always try to improve. And, there's something to be said about living life on hard mode. It's a challenge. It's cool. It's like, how can I be the bigger man in this situation? And I'm just like, yes, let's be the bigger man. And I could say, growing up, what led me to have this idea of being good or just or moral. And I could say growing up that Christianity puts a very big emphasis on love your neighbor, die for the sake of people who maybe are undeserving, like Jesus did on the cross. And that was a big part of my upbringing. But then there's also the part of me that watched anime. Yeah, I watched anime. And I can explain. Oh my gosh, I get so nervous about this jump. Okay, I'm gonna go down. I know I can make the jump, but I'm just nervous. It's just been so long. Okay, there we go. But there's so many good anime out there of characters who stand so strong in their goodness and in their morality, even when it's so convenient to do the less just thing. They still stand by their principles. I could talk about Demon Slayer, I could talk about Tanjiro, I could talk about Goku and Dragon Ball Z. Let's just talk about the Frieza saga, for example. Frieza is this person who just loves killing people and just loves wiping out planets for the sake of economic gain and power and influence in the galaxies. That's who Frieza is. So a really bad egg that just causes a lot of suffering and misfortune to so many people. And Frieza even kills Goku's best friend Krillin, and Goku gets really mad, and that's when he goes Super Saiyan for the first time. And I'm sorry for spoilers, but if you haven't seen the anime at this point, boo-hoo, it's been out since before I was born.
What are you, gay?
Yeah. This dude goes Super Saiyan for the first time, which is really powerful, and he just gets really angry, and then he wants to beat Frieza up, and then they fight for a while, and they start beating each other up, and then Frieza was about to die, and then Goku's like, no, I'm not gonna kill you, that's not right. And it's just like, why didn't you kill Frieza, Goku? Because Goku's a good guy, and Goku still, despite all the horrible things that Frieza did, Goku still decided to care about Frieza. And you know what happened? Frieza sent a laser blast at Goku and tried to kill him, despite the mercy that he offered Frieza. I'm trying to figure out the pattern here. I forgot what the pattern is. And then after Goku deflected Frieza's laser blast, it got shot back at Frieza, which killed Frieza. So he didn't want to kill Frieza, but he hit the laser blast that Frieza tried to use to kill Goku, and it hit Frieza back, and it killed him. And it's just like, that is so sad. That is so sad. This dude tried to save your life, despite you killing everyone he loves and cares about, and you're still gonna try to kill him, and he and that's what ends up killing you. How despicable can you get? But isn't that just so powerful and so compelling of a story and a character? It's like, I desire to have that kind of grace and strong moral disposition in my own life. That's so awesome. I don't know if I could live up to that necessarily if push comes to shove. I hope I would be able to. Someone who really just is nothing but a thorn in my side, nothing but a constant pain, causes me nothing but suffering and agony in life, and still being able to have mercy and grace on that person. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy talk. People would think you're crazy. Most of society would think you're crazy for doing something like that. People would mistake your strength for weakness even. You weren't strong enough to take out the bad guy. You weren't strong enough to do the job. While in reality, you really wanted to do it. You might have really wanted to do it. But you knew it wasn't right within your heart. And that's what mattered at the end of the day to you. And I think that's just so inspiring. And let me see if I could take out this fire bro from up above. Up above. Wait. Oh, I got him. I could snipe him. I could snipe him. I sniped him. There we go. Okay, I took him out. And then Tanjiro in Demon Slayer, he had to kill these demons, right? It's not as inspiring as Goku, but if you see the fights in Demon Slayer, they're pretty intense. And Tanjiro just gets, these demons are, killing, thousands upon thousands of people. And they just, they took the easy route in life. And they just wanted to just, do horrible things. And they became demons because, it makes them stronger, but they have to kill people. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed that mushroom. They have to devour people in exchange for their strength. So they basically have to give up all semblance of being a person for strength and power and influence. But Tanjiro in the anime, is the exact opposite. He pushes himself to his greater limits, even though he's not as strong as these demons in the show. He believes in protecting good people and helping them, and he ends up having to kill these demons, even with blood streaming out of his eyes because of the great emotional turmoil he's in at seeing all these people killed. He's still, like, after he ends up killing the demons, he always prays for their souls. He prays for them, and he feels empathy for these horrible people who were once human, mind you, that decided to become demons and give up their humanity for the sake of power and whatever, you know? Whatever sob story they had in their life that led them to get to that point. And of course, Demon Slayer makes it out to be like these demons, while they were human, they had really bad lives and they were treated very horribly, and it's because they were treated horribly that they ended up choosing this path, but not all of them are that way. Some of them were just that devious from the get-go, which I appreciate that the show acknowledges too, that not all evil people have a sad sob story that made them evil. Some people are just seem to be evil for the sake of it. I just think it's just so powerful that he still emotionally, he feels for these souls of the people that decided that it was more important to be powerful than to actually be good. Power was more valuable to these demons than goodness. He feels sorry for them, and it's crazy because that denotes, like, being a good person is a reward in of itself, which I think it is, but sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Sometimes it really doesn't feel like that. But I think you can get to that point. And that's the journey that I've been trying to embark on for so long now. I do think that you could get to the point where you are a good person. Okay, he's not throwing hammers, so that's good. Okay, and I got through World 5. That's awesome. I'm so happy. Proud of my progress. I hope I at least get to World 7. If I at least get to World 7... No, I want to get to World 8. See, I'm getting greedy now. But I have 6 lives. I'm in World 6. We're chilling. We're chilling. Hopefully I could get a mushroom in this level. But Tanjiro, man. I gotta give Tanjiro credit, dude. Tanjiro and Goku. You know, both shonen anime. But those shonen anime, they hit different. And I didn't even know how I killed that Lakitu, but I'll roll with it because the game just decided to have mercy on my soul. But those shonen anime, it's just like, you have like these strong, like good characters. And, you know, people may say like, oh, you know, it's bad to have like these characters that simply show to have no faults or whatever. But I would argue like, no, you could argue that their strong adherence to moral principles is a fault. Oh my gosh, how did that guy bounce back? Oh, I'm not wasting my life just to get that freaking coin box. Frick that dude. I don't even know how that happened. That was horrible. Okay, yeah, you go back, Lakitu. Please get away from me. I would argue that these characters' strong adherence to moral values is a challenge in of itself, and it's a very compelling story, and it's very awesome to witness and see, and even inspiring to a person like me. So it's so powerful. So if you want to ask me where I got my moral values from, I would simply tell you that I have the power of God and anime on my side. And I wouldn't be lying. I would actually be telling the truth, because I got a lot of my moral principles from the Bible and the story of Jesus and watching anime, which is so fascinating. Okay, let's get this mushroom. I don't want to fall. Woohoo! I don't know why I'm getting nervous. Normally I don't get this nervous playing the game, but I guess now is different. I'm gonna get a 1-up soon. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, being a good person in the way that I've explained being a good person, it doesn't really pay off in a social sense. Like, people don't care if you're good. They're like, okay, whatever, you're good or whatever. But it pays off in a fulfillment sense. Like, you know you're doing the hard thing. And it might sound cliche to say, but I think being a good person is a reward in of itself. I don't know how to explain it, but there's something emotionally that can happen to us when we just decide, hey, you know what? I'm going to take the moral high ground here, and I'm going to do the right thing, and I'm going to feel good about doing it too. I might not benefit from it. I might not get the girl. I might not get the promotion at my job, but I'm going to do what I think is right because I think it's right, and that's satisfaction in of itself. That can't come from external circumstances, but has to come from inside of you at the end of the day. And I think that's something worthwhile and something so beautiful that I desire to cling to on a daily basis. So, hopefully I gave a compelling argument for goodness. I hope I did. And I hope that you choose to be a good person. But if you don't, you know, you do you, boo-boo. I'm gonna still keep trying to be a good person. And I'm gonna hope for the best for your life. And I'm gonna hope the best for all of my viewers. I care about all of you. And I hope that by me making my content, I can brighten your days and I can make all of your lives just a little bit better. Ugh. Okay. And I think you could derive a lot of value in a lot of things that you do by trying to do good. Trying to do good, measuring your results and measuring your impact, trial and error, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, and always trying to see what's going on with you emotionally. Why are you acting this way? That's not in congruence with your values, and always just constantly trying to improve yourself. I think that makes life just so awesome. Ugh. Oh, this is dicey. And then also play Mario Bros. That also makes life pretty awesome too. That's like, yeah, play the original, because that one's the best one. Don't play this freaking Mario Wonder. Oh, BS, and I can't believe I died there. That's gonna make this level so much more difficult. Is there... I think there is a mushroom, but I think it's kind of hard to get. Yeah, it's hard to get because of that fire bar. Oh, you see, it's hard to get because of that fire bar, and I mess up sometimes, and I was hoping I wasn't gonna mess up getting it there, but... I did. But guys, yeah, be a good person because it's good to be a good person. And literally that's everything, because when you get into these conversations about morality and everything, you know, it really does come down to subjectivity, unless you try to derive it from some sort of external force like a church or a moral philosophy that someone else fed to you. Ultimately, you have to decide that that's important to you at the end of the day, and that's what it comes down to. You are the deciders of your own life and your own moral decisions, and no one can make that decision for you. I'll always encourage... Oh my goodness. I'll always encourage you to do good and try to do good for other people, and desire to preserve human life as much as possible. And not only preserve human life, but also try to help it to flourish. That is my encouragement to you. Oh my gosh. And I will always fight against anything that deviates from that as best I can, as well as I shouldn't have just ran in there like that. My gosh. Oh, holy moly, dude. This is crazy. See, this is a difficult thing to do. This means I'm a good person because I'm adhering to still trying to beat the game even when it's difficult. That makes me very morally superior to everyone watching right now. Obviously. Okay, let me see. But in all honesty, dude, most people do not care about your values or your morality at the end of the day. The satisfaction has to come from inside of you. If it's something that you value, if it's something that you love, that's something that only you could answer, and only you can walk the walk in, you know? And I think I just found the timing for that, and that made me really happy. So now I'm big Mario, and I'm going to take down big Bowser. Yeah, I guess one more thing I can't explain is why I've been absent from YouTube. And you know, it's a number of things. You know, I feel like a broken record at this point, talking about, oh, my finances, oh this, oh that. But, you know, I've really been trying to get my degree in school, and I'm actually getting, theoretically, I'm getting paid to go to school because of tuition reimbursement from my job, and along with FAFSA, so it's actually really cool. I'm getting paid to get my bachelor's degree, which is really nice. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do this. So I've been really focusing on actually trying to just go ahead and get that degree. And then I've also been juggling the responsibilities of life, and it's been really tough. Oh my gosh, he's... Oh, can I run under him? Okay, I'm just gonna run past him. Okay, I took the cheap route. I was trying to keep my big powers. I've done it where I have been able to jump over him before, but it's really difficult when he's throwing hammers at you. But it's balancing the responsibilities of life. I love doing this channel, really, I do. And, you know, I had a new living situation. I've been constantly moving just because of various circumstances. Oh my gosh, that was a really unfortunate place to get the mushroom at. Oh, wow, that was a weird jump. And part of it is the place that I've moved into, I have a landlord that doesn't understand YouTube. And every single little noise that I make from upstairs, and I'm not even just saying that, like, oh, me yelling in a stream, because that's understandable. He'd be upset at the noise if I'm, like, yelling in the middle of a live stream. But I'm saying, like, if I freaking drop my phone to the floor accidentally, he makes a hissy fit, and every small little noise, because he lives right below me, and he's an old man. And it's just like, it's getting to a point where it's ridiculous with him. I'm going to be moving out April 1st. Once I move out April 1st, I am hoping that things will improve themselves. And I'm almost confident. I want to get back to streaming. I want to get back to making videos and all of this stuff. But, you know, I am balancing a lot. And I'm adulting and what have you. Go back to the first one of these videos that I made where I talked about adulting, and you could get the whole spiel there. But yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to. And this time, when I come back to doing NintendoNovice, I really just want to focus on strictly what I want to put out there on my own terms. Because I feel like I get into this weird cycle of like, oh, you know, I want YouTube to be a career or whatever. And then when it's like this new content strategy I'm trying to apply doesn't work out, I like get all pissy about it and I wallow in my self-pity, you know? Oh my gosh, get away from me, please. Thank you. Oh my gosh, really right at the end. How many lives do I have left? Oh, this is my last life, guys. This is crazy. Okay. I got to World 7, which is something. Let's see if... it's very unlikely I can get to World 8, but I could try. Just gotta get past these stupid hammer bros. Look, there they are. Oh, frick-a-doodle donkey. Okay, I just gotta make sure there's no bullet bill when I try to get that mushroom. Oh my gosh, that was scary. Okay, I got the mushroom. It's looking like I'm gonna live just a little bit longer, which is awesome. I got past the first level of World 7. Which is great. So yes, I'm moving out April 1st, and once I move out April 1st, I'm hoping I will start making more content again, because I really enjoy it. And making them on my terms where I don't get obsessed with trying to make it big on YouTube, because it's, at the end of the day, it's something that I want to enjoy, and when I'm trying to chase this algorithm or chase success or whatever, it just makes me really grumpy and pissy, and it's not a good look at all. So I've been doing a lot of emotional work with that, trying to have a better relationship with my channel, and I think I'm at a point where I could come back and start making content and actually be healthy and have fun making content, which is what it's supposed to be at the end of the day. And so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I have different video ideas that I want to make, things I want to stream and do, and if you guys enjoy it, I hope y'all stick around. But if not, I'm gonna keep making it because, you know, I love it. So yes, come back April 1st. I know that's April Fool's Day. Is this a joke? No, this is serious. I might upload an April Fool's joke on April Fool's, but I'm being completely serious when I tell you that I'm gonna come back on April 1st. So you can look forward to that. And I have a video idea that I want to make that I think would be really funny for an April Fool's joke. And if you stayed till the end of this video, this is your little reward, a little teaser that I have a video I want to release on April 1st as an April Fool's joke. That's gonna be very funny, at least to me. And I think people who share a similar sense of humor to me will also find it very funny as well. Oh my gosh. Oh. But then again, I don't know how many people share my sense of humor, because my sense of humor is kind of psychotic. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have a very dark sense of humor, but this isn't... I'm not trying to tell you I'm gonna be like freaking like, you know, like showing graphic obscene stuff that I can't describe on YouTube in this video. I can't describe or show on YouTube in this video, no. I'm gonna be playing Super Mario Bros. Like I am right now, but it's gonna be very different. Very different. And, you know, the longer I stay alive in this video, the more hints that you're going to get into what that video is going to be. Okay, I think I have to do top, middle, bottom. And then I think it's top, middle. Oh, shoot. Did I not get it? Top? No, I think... bottom, bottom? No, I think it's top, top, top. It's top, top, top. I always forget it with this dungeon. It's top, top, top. No, that doesn't make any sense. Top... No, top, middle, top. Top, middle, top. I'm pretty confident it's top, middle, top. There we go. I get confused with these puzzles. Oh, it wasn't top, middle, top. Bottom, middle, bottom? Or top, middle, bottom? You know, I think it actually is top, middle, bottom. Top, middle, bottom. And there's some people on here that probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Top. Please tell me that was it. Okay, yeah, it was bottom, middle, top. And then I think it's top, middle, top. So I'm basically talking about the patterns. Yep, I have to go through the middle here. I know I have to go through the middle here. Top, middle, top. And then I get to Bowser. Yes, I knew it. Now we got the Bowser. So, I'm a guy that thinks politics are funny. This is also a little hint to the April Fool's video that I want to make. And there's a person that has become quite noteworthy in politics as of late. And his name rhymes with Chevron Husk. I don't Chevron Husk. And this man has become quite notorious as of late for his presence in politics, but also for something else related to, you know, he's actually become quite notorious in a lot of ways. So, you know, pick your poison. But one of the ways that he's become notorious is by claiming that he's a gamer, and he's like, has this really, you know, he's like this pro player in this new game, like Hearts of Stone or something like that. I think that's what it's called, that came out. When it's been proven that he's actually paying people, he's paying someone to play the game for him and claiming that it's him playing the game and it's him that's the pro gamer. And then when people call him out on it, he like freaking takes away their check mark on Twitter, or like blocks their account or bans them. He uses his platform to act like a little tantrum baby. And so this video is going to be related to that criticism of Elon Musk. Let's just say that I'm going to be making the claim that I am the Elon Musk of Super Mario Bros. And I'm going to act like the Elon Musk of Super Mario Bros. In this video. And you could already tell from the way that I'm describing it that I'm very excited for this upload. Oh my gosh, I got so into what I was saying that I didn't realize that I made it all the way to World 8. I made it all the way to World 8. I got 2 lives. Is there a chance I could beat the game? Small possibility, but I doubt it. Oh, I usually die from that Koopa. But I'm happy I didn't die there. Okay. I don't want to die from the Lakitu. Dude, that actually is a lot harder than it looks. I have to tell you. Oh, I think there's a 1-up here. As long as I keep getting the 1-up, I can keep surviving in this level. Without, like... I could die in this level without wasting anything but time. So I got the 1-up, and now I'm safe to die in the level because I have an extra life. And that's how that works, obviously. Through facts and logic, Ben Shapiro style.
P-word. P-word is female genitalia.
Oh, man. But yeah, Yilun Ma. You see, if you just sit there, I wonder if you sit at the next block if you're okay. You see, okay, I think the strat that I did in the past, but I'm just being an impatient little bitch, is I just have to wait for this dude to pass by. As long as I wait for this dude to pass by, then I'm fine. See, he just falls in the pit, and then I go. And then I kill the Lakitu. I didn't do that last time. Why didn't I think of that? Now I get the 1-up again. But yeah, Demon Slayer, Dragon Ball Z, 2 of my favorite anime, and it really inspires me morally. And I think it probably inspires a lot of people too. A lot of people say, like, it's crazy. A lot of people praise, like, Dragon Ball Z, and they love it as an anime. But then I find so many people say, like, oh, Demon Slayer is to this or to that. So I don't understand why there's so many Demon Slayer, like, haters out there. Sure, like, there's certain cliches that the anime falls into or whatever, and maybe it doesn't have the most satisfying ending, but overall, I still think, like, the way that the anime goes about itself, especially with how impactful those fights are. Oh, I forgot that jump is, like, really weird to make. You have to, like, get a little bit of momentum. You see, that's why World 8 is World 8. It's supposed to be challenging. But as long as I keep getting this 1-up, we should be hunky-dory, and I keep letting that guy fall down there. And I'm going to kill this Lakitu. You bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna kill that Lakitu. And I did kill that Lakitu. Your Spiny is still there, but I killed you. See, I'm getting smarter, I'm learning, I'm getting better. I've beaten this game before, but I'm a little bit rusty. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect the spring to take me that far. Make me sweat. Make me water. Make me lose my breath. Oh my gosh, see, now we're just stuck in an never-ending cycle, guys. I don't know what to say. I'm just never going to die now. Unless I just don't get this 1-up and then I die. But if I keep getting the 1-up and I keep, like, kicking this Lakitu's bootay, then we're chilling. See, I kicked the Lakitu's bootay. I didn't get the 1-up yet, but as long as I get the 1-up, we're just going to be stuck in a never-ending cycle of me getting the 1-up and then just dying in this level. So let's see if that's what happens. So this is the 1-up. Okay. Dude, this game has a lot of grace for, like, giving you just a free 1-up in this level. Otherwise, so many people would die a lot sooner, including myself. Oh my gosh. I wonder if there's, like, a mushroom in one of these things, but I'm too scared to even check. Oh no, I'm gonna risk it. Oh my gosh, see? That's what happens when I risk it. I don't even know where all the mushrooms are. Oh man, I'm such a noob. Okay, there we go. Make that fall. Oh, this is the one that needs a little bit of a momentum. There we go. I got the momentum. Okay, we got further than we did before, which is awesome, and I'm going down the pipe. That was a good choice because I picked the easy path. We're straight chilling. Man, I already went through the whole spiel of being a good person, and, you know, I already did the whole life update. What else is there, guys? What else do you guys want to know? Chat? Chat, what do you want to know? What do you want to know, chat? Oh, I just thought of something I could add to the whole being a good person thing. Let's talk about nice guy syndrome. Nice guy syndrome is rooted in a person thinking they're so good and so much better than other guys, right? That, a girl deserves that, like, a good girl deserves to give them a relationship. And this is my argument against nice guy syndrome. You're not a good guy. You are not a good person. If you try to act like a good person or whatever, just to get, like, sex or something from a woman. I'm just gonna put that out there, just straight up. Like, that's me just, like, that's the simplest way to just, dismantle the nice guy. Just say, like, oh, they claim they're such a good guy. No, you're not a good guy, because you're just acting this way just because you want something out of someone. That is the definition of someone who's selfish. So you know what? You're not a nice guy. You're a selfish guy. You got that? So that's my whole spiel about nice guy. Stop being a nice guy. Start living like, being the person you actually are on the inside, on the outside, and being true to yourself, and stop trying to make these girls think that you're like this heavenly saint when you're really not. And oh my gosh, this is really stressful. I usually don't get this far in the game, guys. This is the second to last level of the game. Oh my gosh. Oh my fucking gosh. Oh my fuck. When's he gonna jump? Oh, I made it. Oh, I didn't. I survived that too. Oh, there's so many freaking hammer bros, dude. I'm just trying to be so careful here. I'm trying to be so freaking careful. Oh, there's so many. Oh, I was gonna run there. And there's another one. Oh my god. Oh, you have no idea. My heart is racing right now. Okay, just calm down. When he jumps. Oh my gosh. Just when he jumps. Wait, no. The next jump. Oh, I forgot that they start chasing after you after a while. Oh, that was my last. No, I have one more life, guys. Oh my gosh, this is the second to last level. Let's see if I could make this count. I think there is a mushroom somewhere here. Like a secret mushroom. Okay, he dropped down. There's some sort of a mushroom somewhere. I forget where it is, though. Oh my gosh. Dude. Holy mother of pearl. Oh my gosh. But it's nice to dismantle nice guys every now and then, because they really piss me off. Because I used to be one too, and it pisses me off, because I know that they're scum. And I'm glad that I've had the character development to realize that. Okay, where's that? Oh, freaking hell, dude. I'm gonna just go through the same exact motions, dude. Why can I not? They start running after you after a while. Oh my gosh, where's the pattern? Oh my gosh, I made it. Okay, luckily there's a little bit of grace when they jump. Okay. Okay, it's more lenient. Their jump is more lenient than I gave him credit for. Oh, and I jumped right over him. Okay, I think there's a mushroom in there, though. Oh, no, there's no mushroom. Don't even waste my freaking time. I made it to the end of the level. That was the second to last level. Guys, chat, we made it to the last level of the game. We made it to the last level of the game, chat. Oh, see how being a good person actually pays off? See how being a good person makes you good at video games? This is awesome, chat. Okay, so the trick to the final castle, if you guys don't know, is you just basically have to go past all the lava pits, and then once you go past, see, this is the lava pit. You have to go past this lava pit, and then you have to go in the first pipe after the lava pit each time. So now I'm gonna look for the second lava pit. Where's the lava pit? I don't know. Gonna find it. That's not a lava pit. That's a lava pit. So I have to go past the lava pit, and therefore that is the pipe that I go in. And I almost died there, but luckily I didn't. So let's go into this pipe, shall we? And I don't know if there's any hidden mushrooms in this castle. I usually don't get to this point. I'm shitting my pants right now. And there's flying cheeps. That just makes for a really good experience overall. And we're right at the... Oh man, I forgot that there's an underwater section. There's an underwater section with fire bars right before you actually get to King Koopa himself. But I think you could cheese this by just walking on the ground. Yeah. For most of it, anyway. You could just cheese it by walking on the ground, just like this. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get in there. Oh, thank goodness I made it into the pipe. I think there's just one more hammer bro, and then there's Bowser, and then I'm able to beat the game. Oh, of course it had to be that freaking hammer. It had to be the last hammer bro right before facing Bowser that ends this run. You guys saw how close I got this time around. That's absolutely insane. Well, we had a good run. We had a good chat about morality and goodness. Hey, if you guys made it this far into the video, tell me your experience. Tell me, like, a story or an anime or something that inspires you and has inspired your moral compass. Just share a story or an anime or some sort of thing that left a lasting impression on you that inspired you growing up. I would love to read those comments, and I'll try to respond to all of them. But yeah, just let me know in the comments, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm gonna be back soon, guys, trust. All right, and as always, remember, when life gives you coins, make one-ups. Bye.